All right, so I had a company reach out to me, Auxito LED. They reached out. They wanted me to review these headlights. I don't know exactly if they knew who they were talking to. If they're bad, I'm going to tell you that they're bad. If they're good, I'm going to tell you they're good. Right off the bat, what they sent me, the packaging, I'm really happy with it. I already opened up one of these. They sent me two, but so far I'm happy with the packaging. Everything is very well plastic wrapped, and the box itself is also really nice. It's only going to take me 10 years to open it. That's how you know it's quality packaging, right?
The next sponsorship would be a good knife. You can only cross your fingers.
That's a good knife. I guess I could show you. Here's their box. I'm not too close.
No, you're fine.
Here's their box here. It's a really nice box, made for box standards. You get a little product manual. All of this is instructions for how to put your specific lights in. And here are the lights themselves. They come in a little styrofoam insert, which I think is pretty nice. Keeps them from getting jumbled around. And here's the light itself. It's a factory replacement. And these things actually have some weight to them. They're really nice. The aftermarkets I have in my truck right now don't have near this weight. And these are just, they seem really well made. We're going to go ahead and pop these housings out and start installing them. All right, so we'll go ahead and walk you through the process of how to change these. Even though I actually have a video on putting these housings in, I'll link that up here. There's two tabs. One's right here, and they're pretty simple, but they are a pain to get to. But you just pull them up. Same with this one that is right here, and then make sure that everything disconnected on the back side and pull the housing out. You can get to these without pulling the housings out, but it's such a pain, it's not worth it. Actually, you can only get to it on one side if you take the air cleaner out. So just pull the housings out. It's so much easier. Just pull them out. Now, these are already aftermarket LEDs. These are the ones that I have already in the truck. And we had to modify the clips to fit, but those ones will still fit. So the Auxitos are already winning because these are factory replacements. They don't have this big bulky fan on the back, no extra wire hanging off, none of the extra crap in the way. So these are already winning. I already give them props for that. But go ahead and disconnect that. Get that out of here. And then I'll have to break this thing down, which sucks if you ever have to change your headlights. You have to break all this crap down and put it back together just to switch it out. And I won't necessarily show you the process on these because it's not going to matter to you if you're buying these Auxitos and putting them in. I really hope these are good lights.
I think there will be.
I think they will be as well. They look really, really nice.
So I want to get your opinion on the thinking about the quality upgrade of these, considering they're fanless, all aluminum housing.
No, it's a internal fan. I'm pretty sure. I believe I read that there is an internal fan in those.
Well, that'd be a lot better for active cooling. I was thinking most passive lights, if you do it right, they'll last just as long as they can disperse the heat, but internally cooled, even less to worry about. Right. As far heat wise.
We're comparing these no-name LEDs that I'm sure were bought off Amazon. I actually got these with the truck, and I thought they were great. Maybe they are great, but no-name LEDs that just have all this extra that I have to pull apart to get my headlights in and out, compared to these Auxitos, which, like I said, they're already winning because it's just plug and play. plug them in. Oh, got to put the ring on. You got to put the ring on first.
Trial and error.
Yeah. I'm not used to having normal headlights that just plug in.
It even makes
Plug
it
'em
easier
in.
when you read the instruction manual, I'm sure.
I actually think I might have to clock these.
We'll have to see what direction your reflector's facing on the inside.
Well, the normal lights have to point outwards. I believe these are going to point up and down. If we have to clock these, I'm going to show you guys how to clock them. I'll have to look and see how to clock them myself because I haven't looked at them long enough to actually see. Actually,
Are they indexed?
they dropped right in. Sweet. For me personally, they were already clocked, and if you're also a Ranger owner, they'll already be clocked for you.
These are newer housings, but they're the same as factory.
Yeah, it's a factory replacement housing that's been painted on the inside. There's nothing special about them, just some paint. They look cool. I like them.
I think all new headlights take away 20 years off your vehicle.
I'd say it definitely helped. It
Oh,
helped
yes.
a lot. Especially it kind of took away from the horrible paint on this vehicle as well.
Hell, you're staring right at the grill while you're staring at the headlights, and this still makes them look good.
And then putting these housings back in is just the reverse of what you did to take them out. Just slide all the pins back in, and
I see you're putting a noticeable amount of inward pressure to get the clips aligned with the retainer.
I'm really not. I'm just trying to make sure they're in there. And I can't seem to get it in. This is my own personal issue. This isn't this. You won't have this issue on your truck, I'm hoping.
Might be able to see.
It has nothing to do with the headlights. This is my personal issue.
Yeah. You can see the headlight, but not the retainer.
We'll call it popped in for now. It's in the spot that I had it. So I guess I'll go ahead and take this from you if you want to go turn the lights off, and then we'll turn these on. Obviously, there's no difference up here. You won't see them because you have this bulb up here. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's going to go shut the door too. We're going to be in the dark. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Couldn't pass up the opportunity. You want to turn the lights on?
Yeah.
So, 6500s, just like I already had. I can tell a lot of noise difference. I don't hear the fan over here on this side. You can hear this fan over here a lot. It's crazy loud.
That's my largest complaint about any active headlight. Oh,
Right.
Buddy. Now, this won't come across on camera, but put your hand on the fender on this side. Kind of feels normal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Come back over here. Put your hand on the old Amazon special.
Oh, wow.
Huge vibration.
You can feel so much vibration from that fan. See if I can. Maybe you'll hear it through the camera.
Maybe not. But
Probably not.
That's not something I don't even want to experience. This honestly just feels terrible. Sounds terrible.
Man, you can't even pick up that on the camera. It's a way cleaner line on this side. Way cleaner cutoff.
It's also got a bit of a...
Oh, no, you can. You can catch it.
Can you?
Yeah.
The bluer tint looks like it's going to pop a lot better. This, I don't know how the hell they did it, but they made this LED almost look yellow.
You can actually tell that this one's brighter. That the Auxito is brighter.
Like, I don't know if there's a real lumen difference, but the color temperature itself makes a big difference.
You can 100% tell that that one's brighter.
Oh, look at the
and you
floor
can
as well.
see the cutoff.
You can see the we're getting more light exposure on the floor than with the old one.
Dude, these are winners. These are great.
You know, all around, A couple months. Give it a couple months, couple 1,000-mile review, and we're gonna see how they hold up. I mean, shit. If they just stay as they are now, they don't have to get better. They have to break in nothing. They just stay the way they are, and they're great.
What do you think? You want to move the Jeep out of the way, turn this thing around, and point it at the door so we can get a better view of how crisp the cutoff is on this?
Yeah, you can just pause the video. We'll be back around in 1 minute with it turned around.
Alrighty. So we've got it all pulled around, and I've got to say, it's a way, way clearer cutoff line on the Auxito. Way clearer. And you can tell these Amazon ones were supposed to be 6500s, just like the Auxitos. And that looks way more cool white than that does. That has such a blue tint to it that I wouldn't have noticed had I not seen a normal cool white. That's impressive. Very impressive. I'm really happy with these.
The pattern, a lot more intense on the center with the Auxitos.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The right side is Amazon Specials, much more spread out. The intensity is nowhere where you think you need it. The Auxitos are actually, you can point them and you'll have a spot on the road that's primarily lit. Hopefully you can get the beams to join with these new lights. Quick adjustment.
I understand what he's saying because I can see it, and I don't think the camera's picking it up the way I want to. Actually, yeah, you can see it. I'll try to point it out. See this big dip right here? Big dip. And then this one, it's just full coverage. Full coverage all the way around. Super clean cutoff line and lumpy cutoff line. I mean, the pattern speaks for itself. These are factory style headlight housings. They are aftermarket, but they are factory style. And you can just tell so much of a difference with the Auxitos. I'm so much more happy with this than I really expected to be.
They're a huge improvement. They're a huge improvement over the incandescents or the Amazon bulbs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, for what you're paying for, you're really practically getting a better value than any other bulb that I've seen on the aftermarket when you swap over to LEDs.
Yeah. Speaking of, these are I want to say they're like $85 for a set. Yeah.
That's nothing because you're just replacing one bulb per housing. You don't have to spend that like some people run 6,005, 6,006s.
Yeah.
And that's really a good deal. I mean, so you know what I was trying to compare it to in my head for a minute? I was trying to compare it to a projector beam.
Right.
Because I'm thinking you're putting LEDs in an incandescent housing. I know they're not designed for it. These reflectors aren't really designed for LEDs.
Right.
So you don't always get to
see. That's the thing. The way Auxito builds their lights, they're actually designed to refract light the way that reflect light the way that the factory housing did.
I mean, that's huge. I mean, if you can get your light bulbs to work with factory housings that aren't really made to run your bulbs, you're just retrofitting it. You can't be doing any better than that.
Right.
I'm looking at the beam pattern, and I'm saying this isn't projector. Like anyone thinking that like I'm trying to compare it directly to a projector, I'm not doing directly. But thinking that this is the next best thing before you go spend multiple hundreds of dollars trying to get projector housings for these old style trucks.
Oh yeah, you can't even see the light reflecting in this housing the way it does in that one. This is the Auxito, by the way.
You know, I'll have to look at these bulbs when they're not on. Maybe I'll take the one we haven't installed yet.
Go ahead and cut that door open. I'm dying in here. It's hot.
Oh, don't be a baby.
What do you mean, don't be a baby? I work in a factory. I'll go cut the lights on. We're in the dark. Yeah, I'm going to cut this out. 100%. Did I miss a switch? There we go. What are you talking about, my 3-inch nonsense?
Oh, it's because I'm 6'3" and I can barely put your hood up.
Oh, yeah,
I
same.
gotta get on my tippy toes.
I'm 6'1" and I have to work with it.
Yeah, you're a little higher.
So what were you saying about looking at these
at the Amazon special light here
Oh,
versus the Auxito.
well, I wanted to reach in your truck and get the Auxito that we have not installed. Where is it?
It's in there. Oh no, it's on the trailer over here. We're all over the place today.
Today, because today is out of the ordinary. Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Well, whenever I was looking at this Auxito, I'll wait to talk about it till I get standing still.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna hurt. I'm shaky as hell anyway. I need a gimbal.
So, well, I was comparing them. Let me get my handy dandy flashlight out. And that is a cooling fan, I believe. I believe you're right.
Yeah, internal cooling fan.
Yeah, it's a little bitty baby fan, probably half the size.
I mean,
really, the
but
heat you're building.
You got to consider, like, they shoved it all into a factory style light.
They did. The only drawback I could see, which really isn't a drawback, I mean, your LEDs aren't generating that much heat. Do they get warm? Yes. Are they even as hot as an incandescent bulb? Nowhere near. It's all aluminum housing. It's acting as a heat sink, pulling it out of the housing. But the fan they do have installed in these, it's in the housing. So drawbacks and benefits, you're going to be insulated from the weather. So any rain, water you go through, the fan's going to be staying inside the housing.
Show them what you mean by that. Show them that fan that's on that one.
So the fan that's on the...
let's show them just how dirty the backside of that thing is.
Yeah, let me clip it in place so you can even get a good size comparison.
Because if you guys subscribe to this channel, you've seen the way that this truck gets used. Like, it gets filthy. Like,
yeah,
I washed it last weekend, and this right here is from today alone.
I mean,
some of this is old. Like, this truck gets used, and it gets filthy dirty.
This truck gets tested better than practically any new FX4 off the lot.
I'll say it just as well as one of the guys in Ford Ranger Nation Facebook group.
Yeah.
Ford Rangers are built to be beat.
Oh, yeah. Redheaded stepchild, straight up beat with a whip. And they take it.
Yes,
they
do.
Well, the 4-liter does. I can't speak for the 3-liter or the 4-cylinder, but 4-liter actually.
I've had two 2.5s, and they take it pretty well.
Do they? They just do it slower?
Yes, 100%.
That was my picture of it. But yeah, the fan that I was talking about before, we got on the Ranger tangent, you're going to have a lot of mud, dirt, grime built up on this.
Which may be part of the
fan.
reason that we hear so much noise in that fan. It may have grit in it, and we hear the grit.
Absolutely. Well, it's going to get built up. I mean, they knew that when they put the damn fan outside the housing.
Yeah.
And they exposed it to the
elements. Show the heat exchanger on it, too.
So the heat exchanger is
also caked up with bullshit.
Let me get my flashlight out. You could probably see the chunks of dirt in here if the quality is good enough.
I'm not quite picking it up.
Well,
back the flashlight up some.
You know what?
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
We'll beat the crap out of this piece of crap.
RIP headphone users.
Yeah, turn your volume down. You can probably see some chunks of dirt come out.
Pull your flashlight back. Yeah.
Just grit, sand that's come out. And
horrible.
You don't want to, if you don't want it in your mouth, you don't want it in your light. And I don't want the sand anywhere near my truck.
So that's almost like what we say in the factory is don't put your pecker don't put your fingers where you wouldn't put your pecker. Not quite the same, but close.
No, it's not quite the same, but I also learned the same thing with emergency medical responder classes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't want to put your fingers where you wouldn't put your pecker. And that's, it's probably an OSHA thing by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet OSHA would tell me that.
It's probably in their manual.
I'd be depressed if they didn't.
Word.
So, yeah, the new, I want to make sure I pronounce it correctly.
Auxito?
Auxito? Okay.
Auxito.
Oh, that's pretty disrespectful if you don't pronounce something correctly, so I'm going to do my best.
I'm 95% sure it's Auxito. I don't see it any other way.
Yeah, the Auxitos are sealed from the backside. We have what I'm pretty sure what feels like to be a silicone O-ring, so
it looks to be silicone. It's so shiny.
Well, yeah.
It was a really, really tight fit too. Like when I put it in, I had to put some pressure behind it. So
properly sized, and it
fits well.
Definitely doesn't seem to be Buta. So end of it is going to be sealed as best as you can get it. If you think your headlights are ever going to dip underwater, I would definitely probably install some dielectric grease.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's not something I wouldn't do with any headlight I bought. And the fan, you're going to have multiple vents below the LED diodes. Or the diodes, that's redundant. And the fan's going to be contained inside the housing. So you're not going to have the kind of dust and water intrusion you're going to have on the old fans.
Right.
That's something that got me pretty impressed when I was thinking about it. It's not only it's actively cooled, but it's a better design where it may not be as effective pulling the heat, but it has a much better life for the fan itself.
And also, I don't know if anyone else has reviewed these Auxito 9007s against a cheap Amazon 9007 LED of the same specification. Because these are supposed to be 6500s. I don't have no clue what they cost, but they usually, from what I've seen, end up being around $40 to $80, and I've got to say, like,
half the price
at $85, this is way better quality, and it's still well within a reasonable price range.
Like, honestly, if you want to go apples to apples, you're probably paying half the price for one of these Amazon specials. That is, I don't know if you'll be able to read this with the camera, but I was just dilly-dallying with it. Legitimate, generic enough. It's just an LED headlight.
Yeah, LED headlight.
That's it. No brand, nothing else. Lucky you get voltage on there.
Yeah, and while Auxito actually takes enough pride in their product to put their name on it.
Yeah. If the company's not wanting to rep their brand on the product they sell, you know it's not going to be good. And
got to be careful with that. It's valuable.
Did Auxito tell you the warranty that they
I believe the warranty's actually in the paperwork over here. Let's talk about that. Which I hopefully I won't have to use the warranty.
No, but it's a peace of mind. It's how well the company stands behind their product.
Right, 100%. I'll have to cut some footage.
I mean, if they give you just a 30-day warranty, every LED light I've ever had fail happens in the first couple days.
Yeah.
So
we can find some warranty information in there, sir?
Yep.
Possibly.
If they had an index, that'd be cooler. Oh, they have English index.
Yeah, they switch up to Chinese, I believe.
How to get a warranty honored. An entire section of the index dedicated to tell you where the warranty's at. They're not even trying to hide it. 24-month warranty.
2 years. That's really good.
We offer a 24-month warranty on the product. Please feel free to contact us through Amazon message or email us at the service.auxito.
Okay.
I'm going to have a log.
So basically through their website.
Yeah, either through their in-house warranty department, I'm assuming it's service at Auxito, or if you bought them off Amazon, apparently they also respond well to Amazon messages, which, given how large Amazon is and how majority of people shop on there exclusively, it's good they at least are active in the seller they use.
It's also nice to see that Amazon has some quality products, because I'm 95% sure these were Amazon specials as well, and I can't say that they're very good.
I mean, these are carrying the...
in comparison, they were great until I knew that there was better for the same price range.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how many people actually go in the parts stores and look at the aisles, but they carry a lot of different... some of them carry a lot of different brands. Some of them are specifically Slovenia.
Right.
But really what I'm looking at is the quality difference between a parts store quality with the Auxito or just an eBay quality.
Right.
Or maybe even like Wish.com quality.
Yeah.
I mean, that's become a pretty standard baseline for crap material is Wish.com.
100%.
And not even down at Amazon for selling it, because they sell stuff to make money.
Yeah.
The
that's what they're there
for.
for.
The producer's spot to make a good product. You don't always get that.
Well, I think that's going to conclude our review. You know, these, I say 100% use these. They're really good. If you go down in the link in the description, you can get 10% off by buying these. I'll also put the discount code right here. There's another one for 15%. Just use code Ranger15. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Thank you guys for viewing.